Alright guys, jumping right back into tournament for Gamble and Golden Arm. We are taking on the Luca Goers, Bhed Psyches taking on the Luca Goers. So let's jump in. Doing really good so far. You know, just playing some Blitzball. No big deal. I've been recording a lot of different content. I feel bad because I wanted to dedicate a lot of my week to Blitzball, but I ended up doing a lot more Final Fantasy X game coordinate mapping, as well as Final Fantasy IV and After Years. So I haven't played as much Blitzball as I want to, but I'm getting back into it a little bit more. That's kind of a little sneak peek for stuff I've got planned. So there's a guy that goes by the name, I want to say, oh, it's gonna bug me if I don't get it right. Let me get this actually correct. What's his name? I want to say it's like Fuzzy, but that's how little I respect the Luca Goers. I'm actively not playing like as they're trying to. Oh, I'm so dumb. I can just check here. All right, but I've got to like set it for a goal so I can like look this up real quick. This is a really great recording. It's not even a stream. I'm just like doing other things as I'm playing the game. But no, I want to reference a new Final Fantasy X thing that we're going to be doing, which I think a lot of you might be interested in. Fuzzy Millipede made a with assistance, but made a save editor, and I mention it a lot, and it's how I record a lot of like this. Like this was made with the save editor. It's how I got all the original Bhed Psyches at level 1 and customized the opposing teams. Originally, I was playing exhibition matches until certain players like resigned their contracts. The problem with doing that is I can't form the other teams I'm facing. And it's really cool when we can form the other teams because we can make them more difficult than what they make themselves. Like the AI doesn't sign appropriate players. But essentially it's a save editor that allows us to play against specific players and do all sorts of things in Final Fantasy. And a part of that save editor is game coordinates. So whenever you save the game or the game autosaves, there's a specific amount of like coordinates that get saved. So specific coordinates are spawn point, room, and storyline progress. So the room you're in, which is the environment you're in, the spawn point, which is where you enter that room in, and then the storyline progress. So like where you are in the story. And there's a number associated with every single bit of that. So what I've been doing is, and it's taken so much time, but I've been playing Final Fantasy X like through it and documenting every single coordinate that attributes in the mainline story. So the reason this is cool is to me is I'm gonna be able to publish it to like the public and be like, hey, if you use this save editor and then use these coordinates, you can go to any point in the game and play the game. The character attributes are defined separately. So if you're in the very beginning of the game and then you put those coordinates in, you're gonna have to set your party appropriately. But it's really cool because it gives people a little bit more power over what they're gonna be doing. I will say probably saves are a little bit better because it's a little bit like foolproof, where it's like, just copy this save and then you'll have this stuff. But the other thing is like something really cool here is I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm the only person who thinks this is cool. So the game auto saves during Blitzball. It auto saves during Blitzball. Notably, it auto saves during the main game. I actually just got to the Mian High Road. It took me like 9 hours, but I got to the Mian High Road, and I've got documented every save point up to then. So what I'm gonna be trying to do is I'm gonna see like, can we change our spawn points during Blitzball, and like how can we break the game? There's certain like things that happen outside of cutscenes that we could potentially break. So there's a little bit of a spoiler early game. In Kilika there's a sin spawn attack just outside the temple, and you start by entering, and you enter like at the temple area, right? So you like enter and then fight it, and then you go to the temple. What if you skip the temple? What if you set your storyline progress like at the temple? Or sorry, like before the temple, but then set your room at the temple. Can you then still complete the temple and then have to fight the sin spawn later? And notably, will the area be damaged? Because in the actual like it feels like it's so much easier to describe like when you're showing someone, but like when you get a visual of it undamaged. So there is a model that exists in the game where that area is not damaged by sin spawn. So could you potentially like navigate it undamaged? And if you try to walk where the sin spawn is it going to be like an invisible sin spawn? Like, there's so much cool stuff to do. I've been showcasing a little bit of it with a memory editor and the save editor. But there's a billion cool things that you can get done and a billion cool things that we can do. And I'm just documenting those coordinates now. So how I'm going to actually present this to the public world at large, that sounds so formal, but how I'm going to actually show this off is I'm going to publish the Excel document and just be like, hey, this is just the raw, like if you guys want to do this yourselves. And then I'm going to have a stream where I try to break the game. And it's going to be really fun. So we're just going to go through. It's not going to be a playthrough. It's going to be like, like this is, we're going to teleport ourselves to random areas in Spira at random points in time. And then stream it and say, we're going to try to break this. And honestly, more often than not, the game's going to crash. Like that's actually probably the most frequent thing that happens is the game just doesn't know what to do, shuts itself down, and moves on with life. But yeah, there's a lot of really cool stuff. I'm looking forward to it at least. Yeah, it's gonna be some time yet because I've got to finish the memory, the game coordinate mapping. Sorry. Yeah, and I had to do it when I was processing a video because I was doing the Final Fantasy IV After Years. And I don't know what's going on, but I can't seem to record movies like in that game. So I had to like record the movie and then record the gameplay and then tack it all onto the gameplay and then compile it, or what do you call it, like when you export a project from a video editor? Yeah, I had to do that. It took a long time. It took the video editor 16 hours to finish doing all that, because it's 3.5 hours of content and it was like 120 gigs of video, so it was a good amount. It was a good amount of video. I'm playing the Final Fantasy IV After Years, and I don't want to. It's not that I don't want to spend a lot of time on it. I want to make it kind of concise journeys. So I'm playing an entire. Let me describe how After Years works. Is After Years has specific tales. There's like 10 of them. There's like 10 tales you do, and then like that's the game, right? You just play the tales, and then you're done. So I'm gonna have 10 videos where I just play through the entire tale in one sitting, and then it's just gonna be 10 videos. So it's not gonna be like any of my other Let's Plays. It'll be more concise, yeah, which is good for people who want to see me play Final Fantasy X, which I know was a request I got like 2 years ago, which has been a long time, but it will happen. So yeah, this After Years will be kind of a short series. I'm not sure how long Tactics will be because I'm not sure how I'm gonna record it yet, right? Like it's tough to figure out, but we'll figure out something. We'll record it some way, right? Then after Tactics, it's 5, then 6. I don't know. I need to double check because there's so many side games that got thrown out everywhere. But yeah, and then you got the Blitzball always coming. Blitzball is never gonna really stop for any substantial amount of time. I mean, I've just got so much planned, and it's I don't know. It's kind of like a cornerstone of the channel, right? Blitzball. It's literally in the name, but. But yeah, a little bit of experience for them, aka 2 experience for their goalie. And then we get a lot of experience for us. So we got a level up for Barrack, level 71, more HP. Lycam, level 50, more HP endurance block. Judah, level 51, more HP block. So that's good stuff. We 2-0 the Goers. Psyches 1-0 the Glories. Nice. And we are going to be taking on the Bhed Psyches. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I know this is more of a rambling video, but I appreciate you guys watching. Till next time.